Wow, this is hilarious. I love when Christians try to claim that UFOs and aliens and stuff are just demons so that they can try to reaffirm their own belief in their own religion. This is hilarious. Supposedly an ex-Pentagon official confirms that aliens are actually demons.
The biggest debate at the Daily Wire is not over gender, it's not over the 2024 race, and it's not over immigration. Or the biggest debate, aliens.
Really? Is he trying to claim that the biggest debate that he has at the Daily Wire is about aliens and not transgender people? Because I know that's a lie.
Aliens. Some people, like my colleague Matt Walsh, say that aliens are real. ET comes down, abducts people, prowls around, little green men. And some people are correct, such as yours truly, who observes that ET is fake, it's not real. We are not alone in the universe, but as far as corporeal beings go with rational souls, we are alone. And
Right, because it's not possible for other corporeal beings to exist on other planets and the universe, no matter how big it is.
and that when people see these unidentified flying objects and when they think they encounter the little green men, they're most likely just talking to demons. And
Talking to demons, yeah. I mean, these people aren't talking to aliens, but if they were to be talking to aliens, the aliens are not demons. It's just hilarious how delusional he is. And I just think it's funny how he's like, I don't believe these people talk to aliens. The aliens that they talk to are just demons. It's like you're going a step even crazier to claim that these people aren't actually, not seeing anything, but they're seeing something and that it's a demon.
it's amazing. People make fun of me for this. But the reason people make fun of me for this point of view is because they are moderns, they're modern secular libs, and aliens are they're just demons for modern lib people who can't imagine that there's such a thing as metaphysical reality. So it's for people who are materialists who think that everything that's real has to be flesh and blood, which obviously isn't true.
No, everything real doesn't have to be flesh and blood. Sometimes it's a rock because, inorganic things are also real. But this quote unquote metaphysical stuff definitely isn't real.
some of the most important things in life are not material. Hopes, dreams, love, mathematics. There are plenty of things that are metaphysical, the moral order.
Yeah, that's not the same thing as saying, like, yeah, this God exists, or demons exist, or spirits exist.
But we have convinced ourselves in this unsophisticated day and age that it's all got to be physical. And so even the celestial beings have to be physical. They can't be merely spiritual. Now, there's a fella by the name of Luis Elizondo. This is reported by the New York Post. Though I got to give a hat tip to Popehead here, a great Substack writer and tweeter who called my attention to this. Luis Elizondo is a former intelligence officer with the Department of Defense. He claims he was the director of AATIP, the Pentagon's UFO program from 2010 to 2017. Former Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid has defended this guy and said he actually was pretty prominent in the government working on these things. Here's what he had to say.
I had one, I remember the conversation very well. This is a person I respected tremendously, very, very senior person. He's told me, he said, Lou, I want you to stop doing this. I said, okay, sir, I certainly can, but may I ask why? And he says, well, we already know what it is. Now, at that moment, I honestly thought maybe it was our own technology that was running up against some super uber secret sap, and they were telling me to stop.
Yeah, because it probably was a secret program or secret operation.
And I said, okay, sir, so it's ours. And he said, no, that's not what I'm saying. And he said, he asked me point blank, have you read your Bible lately? And I wasn't quite sure where he was going with that. And I said, well, sir, I think I know what it says. Where are you going with this? And he said, well, then you would know that these things are demonic.
I bet his higher up lied to him just so that he wouldn't actually have the information. You know, how the military is. It's always a need to know basis.
And we should not be pursuing them. Yeah. And he wasn't kidding. That's exactly how he felt.
So this is a Pentagon. This is a Department of Defense official saying, stop looking at UFOs because they're demonic.
Correct.
Correct. Not only is this senior, apparently respectable Pentagon official who is so admirable that one of the guys who was running the UFO office there really looked up to this guy, but it's correct in that that's obviously what these things are. Now, when you want to fight off terrestrial things, like, unlit cigars and, little vermin and charcoal, you've got to go check out Grill Blazer. Right now, go to...
Wow. He had 2 ads back to back. Is he hinging for money or something? That was just crazy. And those ads were just way too long for just dumb products.
Aliens are demonic. Now, what's interesting is this guy in this interview from a couple of years ago that not a lot of people seem to have found. This guy seems to disagree with the respected, more senior Pentagon official who said this stuff's demonic, we shouldn't be looking into it. And this guy says, no, we've got to look into it. We've got to go get all the data. We've got to probe this stuff. We got to find out what's really going on. And my question is, why? Why do we have to do that? Curiosity is not a virtue.
Right, yeah. Don't be curious, guys. Be afraid of everything. Don't try to understand the world around you, because curiosity is actually a vice. Be ignorant.
Why should we do that? There is more in heaven and earth, Horatio, than is dreamt of in our philosophy, and certainly the desiccated modern philosophy that ignores metaphysical things. But why? Why are we going to do this? If there were, which there is not, a super race of extremely intelligent ET that are coming and they can mess with us and they can probe us and they can cross the galaxy and they can go faster than the speed of light and they can do all this crazy stuff. Their technology is so much more advanced than ours is. Then we're not going to beat them. That'd be like a squirrel trying to beat an army.
Yeah, that's actually a logical point right there. Because, yeah, if there are aliens that are visiting Earth, if that is what is happening, we would not actually be able to defeat them because their technology would be so advanced. But are aliens visiting Earth? No. Any type of technology that we may see is just secret technology that the government is building or experimenting with.
Human beings. I mean, if we're that much stupider than these things, then we're obviously not going to beat them. If they're demons, then we should want nothing to do with them. C.S. Lewis had a good bit on demons, which is,
well, if they're demons, wouldn't you want to study them so you can learn how to defeat them instead of ignoring them? But, I mean, though, shouldn't you just be able to, invoke the power of God and expel them from this realm?
he said, the right attitude toward demons is that you should know that they exist, because there is spiritual reality. We are body and soul. We're hylomorphic composite beings with a rational soul. That's why we have an appetite and we have to eat food and drink water to sustain ourselves. Man does not live by bread alone, and we can use our abstract reason and moral judgment to think of things like justice or art or culture or opera. Or, I don't know, right? We can do both those things.
Yeah, you don't need a god in order to be able to do opera or to sing. That's hilarious how his body and soul thing is. Oh, bodies, you gotta eat food. Soul, you can think about opera. Like, you don't, that's just dumb.
Certain beings are purely physical. They don't have a rational soul, like a rock. Even the animals, they don't.
Wait, some beings are. Let's go back.
Physical. They don't have a rational. Certain beings are purely physical. They don't have a rational soul, like a rock.
So he believes that there are some beings out there that are made of rocks, or that rocks are living beings. That's hilarious how he's using rocks as an example of like a being with no soul.
Even the animals, they don't have abstract reason. We don't put them on trial. We don't put a dog on trial when he bites you. Okay, that's why.
Wait, because for some reason I'm getting lost here.
Rational soul, like a rock. Certain, I don't know, right? We can do both those things. Certain beings are purely physical. They don't have a rational soul, like a rock. Even
They don't have a rational soul. Okay. So he's saying rocks and okay, so he's just saying only humans have souls, and that's why we can take a person to court.
even the animals, they don't have abstract reason. We don't put them on trial. We don't put a dog on trial when he bites you. Okay, that's why. And then on the other side of things, there are beings that are purely physical. Ideas are physical, and angels and demons are physical too. And everyone has known this for all of history until modern Western liberal secular people, and like 100 years ago.
There are ideas that are physical, but how does that make any sense? Because an idea isn't physical. If it was, it's an object, or a person, or a thing, or something else. But if it's an idea, it's non-physical, because that's what ideas are. It's just something you think about in your brain.
So if they are demons, then C.S. Lewis points out the right attitude is know that they exist, be on guard. You know, they're trying to prey on souls, tear you down to hell, and give you a bad eternity. And so we should know that, but we shouldn't be too curious about them. It's kind of like bugs. I don't know, when you've got bugs in your house, you've got to be aware of that and take care of the problem and like keep them from coming in and kill the ones that are there. But you don't want to spend a lot of time with them. You know, you don't want to spend your whole day thinking about the bugs, being around the bugs. You just want to get rid of them, okay? And that's how I feel about...
That's a weird analogy. Okay, so does he is he saying that the demons that are here we should try to kill and stuff? Because he's also saying don't think too much about the demons. But if you don't think about the demons, how can you figure out how to kill them? I mean, that's how we learned how to kill bugs, like, studying demons. I mean, not studying demons, but studying bugs.
aliens who are really demons, as the Pentagon even admits. Boy, wasn't that a great...
Well, this is just hilarious. He's going kind of crazy. Well, I mean, not going. He's already crazy. But this is hilarious how he's just claiming aliens are demons.